The European Investment Bank is the lending arm of the European Union, and we are one of the biggest multilateral financial institutions in the world, and one of the largest providers of climate finance.
The EIB Group is a formidable machine. It plays a very important role in financing European priorities, from climate and the environment to new technologies, health, innovation, housing, transport, support to SMEs.
We work closely with other EU institutions to foster European integration and support EU policies in 160 countries. We have been established in 1958, and we have invested over €1 trillion worldwide. Our investment enable countries to develop their economies in a sustainable way and to address warming and its impact. The bank employs a number of economists, bankers, engineers to design and planning projects in the best way possible. The European Investment Bank in 2022 set up a separate entity which works only on countries outside of the European Union, EIB Global. And EIB Global serves as the development arms of the EU, supporting policies, priorities, including the Sustainable Development Goals, and responding to climate change and crises like the pandemic one. We have specific technical and financial expertise, and we promote inclusive and sustainable growth and investment in our partner countries.
Last year alone, we signed agreements for 88 billion euros in investment, and more than half of it was for climate and the environment. Close of half to the investments in the European Union go to cohesion regions, responding also to one of the core elements at the heart of our mandate, cohesion policy, trying to support growth and jobs in those regions which are less rich within our union.
We started operation in Egypt in 1979, working on the Suez Canal. This project, including the removing of wrecks of 12 sunk ships that they were there during the previous war. We developed repairing and maintenance facilities in Ismaila, Port Said and Port Tawilik. This project was a good example also at that time of a number of countries from Germany, France, Norway, USA, Italy, Saudi Arabia being together with us to support a project for Egypt.
الذي شق القناة بعرقه ودموعه همزة للوصل بين القارات والحضارات وعبرها بأرواح شهدائه الأبرار لينشر السلام والأمان على ضفافها يعيد فتحها للملاحة من جديد كما أنشأها أول مرة رافدا للسلام وشريانا للازدهار والتعاون بين البشر.
This office, the Cairo office, was designated as the regional hub for the Middle East and North Africa region. And this means that from here, from Cairo, we work in a hub on a number of countries in a region. Now, what we do? We work on 3 key pillars. The first is finance. We use our financial strength to raise money at good rates on the financial market. And we transform these into loans, guarantees, equity into very good projects. The second one is blending. We blend our resources with grants from the Commission, from other partners. And the third one is advisory. We try to have a catalytic effect on our projects, providing resources to make project happen, but also to make sure that this project get till the end. They are very well completed and according to shared objectives. And we have currently an exposure which is above 7 billion euro. Around 50% of our total portfolio is dedicated to private sector, and the other 50% to the public sector through mostly sovereign loans. We provide support in key projects from transport, water, and allow me to give you an idea of the project that we support. Starting from water, I continue to talk about what we do in the water sector. And for us, water, drinking irrigation projects are at the core of our mission. The Nile, we recognize the importance of the Nile and the fact that we need to preserve the quality of the water and the quantity of the Nile as a way also to develop and nurture the country. And in fact, in general, the European Investment Bank is the biggest investor in Egypt in the water sector, with more than 1 billion projects. And as an example, we signed a 214 million euro loan to reduce the pollution in the Nile Delta and to improve water sanitation and water treatment. This project is called the Kitchener Drain Project, and it includes a number of wastewater treatment plants on more than 70 kilometers through town, not far from the Mediterranean Sea. The Cairo Metro Line 3 extension, we provided 600 million euro to help to facilitate daily transport for millions of people living in Cairo and providing a safe and sustainable method of transport. The construction of this part of the Cairo has been completed in 2023. The L1 wastewater treatment plant expansion and upgrade. This project is in the greatest Cairo area and is a blue economy operation aimed at mitigating the impact of land-based activities on marine environmental, reducing ultimately the pollution of the Mediterranean Sea via the Nile. The bank took care intermediated loan with 70 million senior loan that we signed in 2023. We provide micro loans to micro entrepreneurs to enhance finance also to the most vulnerable part of the population, including women and youth. Strategic partnership is a unique opportunity for Europe and for Egypt to collaborate together on a number of important topics. One of these is all the economic investment and the trade relationships between the two sides of the Mediterranean. And actually, we are very convinced that this partnership will enable, on one hand, to have more European investor coming to Egypt and investing in the very relevant resources. This country has a good quality of man-force, has huge natural resources, and it's also its geographic position is very relevant. The fact that it can also work as a hub for the south, a south-to-south hub. This is something which also the investor from European companies should take in consideration.
And I want to say also a special word for the European Investment Fund, which is the subsidiary which is specialized in innovative financing with a record investment also last year and a strong focus on SMEs, the heart of our economies, and scaling up of startups in disruptive technologies, the future.
Our future lies in the strategic partnership between Egypt and the European Union. This strategic partnership is based on 6 main pillars of mutual interest between Egypt and Europe. Just to give an example, the political relations. The EU and Egypt will intensify political dialogue on matters of regional importance and work on mutual commitments. The second one is the economic stability, which is very important for us. The EU will provide financial support to Egypt's reform efforts together with the international partners. And when we mention international partners, European Investment Bank is ready to do its part and to be part of this package. Of course, there are trade and investment, migration. These are all priorities which are part of this package. And looking at figures, the overall package is composed of 7.4 billion euro. Of these, 5 billions are microfinancial assistance, concessional loans provided by the European Union. And actually 1.8 billion euro are considered to be the new investment. And on this new investment, we will do our part, we will play our role. The investment conference will definitely be a key moment for the relations between Egypt and Europe. It will attract a number of institutional counterparts, but overall, and probably most importantly, will be an occasion on which the private sector CEOs from European companies will be here in Cairo together with the Egyptian private sector to see together way to working together, to collaborate, to develop projects, and to allow the growth of the economy in the countries. And allow me to say that we will also be there in this situation, trying to see what we can do in terms of creating an environment which is more conducive to the private sector development, but also supporting specific projects and supporting specific partnership that will exactly go in that direction. Egypt is a perfect partner for the European Union. We can find here in Egypt high-quality workforce with skilled, young, and educated human capital. Egypt is also rich in renewable energy that can be used to produce sustainable raw materials and products that can be exported to Europe and around the world. And third, Egypt can act as a global hub for the South, connecting Europe to Africa and actually enabling investors to reach a part of the world with a huge potential for sustainable development and a green future.